Good afternoon, and what is a mild, bright and blustery day. It is Tuesday, May 16th. I've got a nice hot cup of tea. And I have a box to unbox, a miniature to unbox. This is D&D Nolzur's Marvellous Miniatures Chimera, but it's more than that. It's the D&D Nolzur's Marvellous Miniatures Chimera Paint Kit. So it says you've got paint and supplies inside. This is done by Wizk as part of the Dungeons and Dragons miniatures range that the company does. And I want to thank my friend Neve for lending this to me to do an unboxing of. She's not even unboxed it yet, but she knows that sort of like, you know, she supports my unboxing with things to unbox occasionally, which includes this miniature. And it's always interesting to unbox a miniature like this because I have to change about what I'm thinking about the miniature. It's completely different to actually unboxing a role-playing game, you know, which I can talk about freely. I've got to it's just a bit different. So anyway, in this fantastic kit, you will find high-quality paints from Vallejo, brushes, an easily accessible, expert-led painting tutorial by Den of Imagination, and the terrifying form of the Chimera from the D&D Nolzur's Marvellous Miniatures line. So Paint Night Kit includes Chimera Miniature from the aforesaid line, 12 Vallejo colours, 2 brushes, water pot, and a pro tip: use the included plastic blister as a palette for your paints. And then it gives a full list of the colour paints included. So there we go, there's the full list of the paint colours included. And if you have a look at this box, you'll see, well, that takes up quite a lot of space. That miniature is quite big. So where's everything stored? So it's there's a bit of space down below the miniature itself, as you can see, and then the actual miniature itself, the depth of it is it doesn't take up all of, you know, basically the width of the box. So there's stuff at the back here. Anyway, so this is I'm going to unseal this for the first time and show you what's inside. Okay, so having cut that open with a knife, pull that open, and here's what you can see inside. So you can see there's a blister behind the miniature itself. There's the miniature. So let's see what we can find in here. So pulling that out. So technically, actually, there isn't any space underneath the miniature. I was quite correct. There's just empty space. It's just this is raised up a bit on the on its own sort of on its own base. Let's see if I can pull this out without doing any damage. Does not want to come out. I don't know why. Is it? There's a wire there. Let's just untie that wire. Oh, I need to get the knife again round that wire because it's just holding it in place. There we go. Just trying to get the base. Oh Jesus! Just broken. Okay, so this is literally this is not coming out. There's a base there that this sits on. So let's see if I can just get my fingers underneath that. Okay, my first complaint about this is just how, Jesus. Okay, so excuse the language, but this is really difficult to try and get out without doing any damage. That is just ridiculous. So what you've actually got in here, you've got a little base for it, and this sits on a base like this. So like that. Oh God's sake, this is ridiculous. This is yeah. Anyway, so let's have a look at the miniature itself. So there we go. This miniature will just check. It's a bit lopsided to stand on its own two feet, but you can see just the work, the really how detailed it is. So you have you know, the lion's head and the tail. As you've got the, well, basically the three heads of the creature. See, you've got the lion's head, the dragon's head there, and the ram's head, and the dragon wings, and the tail there. So let's just you know, let's see how fantastically detailed that figure is. So yeah, there's the base, you see underneath, and that's the slot it slots into, and you've got the wings as well. So yeah, that's a really fantastic figure. You're going to put that on the table, and that's quite imposing. It's a lot smaller than you kind of think a Chimera is, but you know, yeah, that's really fantastic. And then you have the paints and so on, like that. And these are nicely held in, so I'm not going to drop anything. So you've got the 12 different paint colours there, you've got the brushes, and you've got the water pot there. And then the pro tip to use the sort of like the blister as the palette in which to mix the colours, to just work with the colours. You've got the 3 slots there where you can do that. And I suspect what you've actually got quite a lot of paint. You could probably got enough to do this figure, and a little bit more, or basically strip the colour, take the paint off, or a paint over and so on, just to touch it up. So I am looking for the, let's see whether they've got the paint guide. It just says that says there is a said you know, expert-led painting type tutorial by the Den of Imagination. Well, here's the thing, it's not in the box. Okay, that's actually, follow along step by step with our online tutorial, scan the QR code to get started. So it's there. Nevertheless, I think that's fine. I mean, you know, in these modern times, a QR code to an online tutorial is fine. You know, the good thing is sort of like you can sit there in front of your computer, you can work away with your brushes, and you can, you know, whomever's doing this tutorial is, you know, is going to guide you through the process step by step. So yeah, that's the Chimera figure. That's a fantastic figure. I absolutely like that. It's going to look fantastic when you put it down on the table and have that painted up. So let's see if I can get it back in the box. So yeah, it's quite something, and so yeah, that sort of like slots in there. I don't know myself whether I'm not going to be able to get this back in the actually, this goes back in a lot easier than I thought it would. But it is, you are having to kind of force it in. But, yeah. Sorry about this. Is just trying to put it back in so you can. And then, so that slots back in easily like that. And then, you know, so this locks back in quite easily. And it all sort of sits. Like that. So it's not supposed to sit in like that. I do apologise about that. So, but the figure itself, I think, is really nice. I think you're going to have a fine time with this. You know, the other thing is sort of like, you know, what's great about this is it's paint night. It's taking your miniature and doing something with it that will, you know, get you doing something, get you watching something, and teaching you at the same time. So yeah, nice figure. I want to thank Neve for lending this to me. So yeah, that hope you've enjoyed this unboxing, as messy as it's been, with a really nice figure there, and you can see the intended result there. So yeah, thanks again for watching another unboxing of the Nook. If you've enjoyed this, then please do click on the like button down below, and of course, if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you take the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to get more unboxings of the Nook, then where you'll see me here with a box containing usually a book or role-playing game, in this case a miniature, which I will take out and talk about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea. Then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching another unboxing of the Nook. Be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.